In this video, I am going to talk about vertical line test. Vertical line test is easily understood by looking at an example. Let's consider the following scenario. Let's say you are given an XY pair relation that kind of looks like this. I'm just making this one up. Some sort of relationship. So this is your X and this is your Y. Now, what the vertical line test tells you is this. If you can draw a vertical line through a graph or relation, okay, where the line intersects the relation in more than one point, then it does not form a function. So look at this one. It intersects right here, it intersects right here, and it intersects right here. If you can draw a vertical line anywhere on the relation or the given graph where the vertical line intersects in more than one point on the graph, then it is not a function. Okay, so this is what it is. That's what the gist of the vertical line test. Now sometimes functions are given as pairs, okay, ordered pairs. So or some sort of relation is given as ordered pairs. In that case, you can kind of technically use the vertical line test. Here is an example of that. Let's look at this example where I've been given a bunch of ordered pairs. Now, does this relation form a function? If you look at this is basically X and Y pair. So first element is X and the second element is Y. X is the independent variable and Y is the dependent variable. So now let's look at this ordered pairs. And you can easily see the following, by the way. -2 goes to 0 and -2 goes to 5. That means you have one value -2 here in the domain or in the first set, okay? That goes to two different values in the second set. So that means this goes to 0, -2 goes to 0 and -2 goes to 5. This violates the definition of function. Let me remind you the definition of function. What it says is this. Function is a mapping between two sets where each item in the first set, let's say this is the first set, maps to only one item in the second. Once again, a function is a mapping or relation between two sets where each item in the first set maps to only one item in the second. However, in this case, -2 is in the first set, but it maps to two different items in the second, or two different numbers in the second set. Therefore, it does not form a function. Now, how does it relate to this graph? So technically what it means is this. So let's say this is your X and this is your Y. So if this is 2, actually let's make it -2. So let's go to the left. So if this is -2, this point X value, you will have two values. One is 0, which is right here. Another is going to be 5, which is right here. Okay. So for one value, one X value, you have two different Y values. Okay, which violates the definition of function. And if you draw a vertical line through the X is equal to -2, you see that this vertical line intersects at two different points. Therefore, it violates the definition of function. Therefore, it is not a function. This given relation does not form a function. So let me summarize again. What does vertical line test tell you? It tells you the following. It tells you that if you are given a relation in the form of a graph, let's say, which is easier to see, if you can draw a vertical line anywhere on this given relation / graph where the vertical line intersects the relation or the graph in more than one point, then it does not form a function. I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.